Hi, good morning. Good morning, guys. Shri sir, namaste. Yeah. So, guys, our course name is what? Django Framework. Okay. So, Django Framework. Yeah. So, to learn this Django framework, what are the prerequisite? Okay. What languages required before the learning this Django framework? What concepts? What you need to learn before this one? Okay. And also, you need to complete the Python language. Okay. So, not completing also no problem, but you need to have knowledge about the Python. At least, of course, you need to complete core Python. At least you need to complete. I hope you know about the Python. Am I right? Guys, do you know about the Python? So without knowing Python, you are unable to understand in the Django framework. Okay. Python basic knowledge is required to learn this Django framework, guys. Okay. Why you are deciding to learn this Django framework? So what is the use of this Django framework? Understand this one? We need to learn these all points initially. Then you are getting some knowledge about the Django framework. Do you understand this one? Yeah. Yeah, tell me. Any query? Okay. So to learn this Django framework, guys, to learn this Django framework, so we required minimum. Okay. So we required Python language. We required Python language. 100%, guys. Okay. So we have different languages. We have different languages. Different languages we have, and different frameworks we have, guys. Different languages we have, different frameworks we have. So if you want to developing any one application, so real-time kind of application, we need to learn at least one language, at least one programming language, and that language related frameworks. Okay. So what are the programming languages? For example, Java. Java is a programming language. Java is a programming language. So Java related frameworks, Spring, Struts. Okay. So Struts, Spring, Struts, Hibernate. These all things are belongs to Java related frameworks. Okay, na? Spring, Struts, Hibernate. These things, guys. Next, .NET. .NET is a language. So .NET related ASP.NET, ASP.NET, MVC framework, MVC framework. Like some frameworks there. Okay. So same like Java.NET, same like Java.NET. Our Python is also a language. So Python related frameworks are Django and Flask, Django and Flask frameworks. Okay. So like a number of languages are there, a number of frameworks are there, guys. So if you want to developing any one application, at least you need to learn any one language and that language related framework. Okay, na? You need to learn any one language and that language related framework. So here already you learned about this Python. So already we know about the Python. So that's why Python related frameworks we are going to be learning here. Django framework or else Flask framework, whatever you want, you can learn. So I will tell wait some time difference between Django and Flask. Why required to learn this Django only? Why not Flask? Got it? Yeah. So after developing, guys, after developing See here. So we have different languages. We have different languages. So Java is one language. Java related frameworks are Spring, Struts, Hibernate, like that. .NET related ASP.MVC framework, like this frameworks there. Python related Django and Flask frameworks there. Okay. So we are Python developers, guys. Already we learned about the Python. We know about the Python. That's why Python related any one framework we need to learn to developing the applications. Okay, na? Python related frameworks, maybe Django or maybe Flask. These all are frameworks of Python language. Okay, so to developing any one application, we need to learn any one language and that language related frameworks. At least one framework. Okay, na? So if you are learning more languages and more frameworks, that is increasing your strength only. Got it? As a software developer, we can learn more languages and languages related frameworks also. But at least one language and that language related one framework at least required to developing the applications. So Python with Django, we can develop web applications, like Amazon, Flipkart, e-commerce related, Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, so like a number of things, guys. Amazon, Flipkart, okay. So Swiggy, Zomato, like a number of applications we can developing. Got it? Yeah. So here, first of all, about the Python, some points we will discuss, guys. So Python nowadays we can say Python is a general purpose programming language. Python is a general purpose programming language. So this is my Python, guys. So how can we say Python is a general purpose programming language? Means, so after learning Python, we can learn this data science. Okay, so data science we can learn, artificial intelligence we can learn, so deep learning we can learn, so machine learning we can do it, machine learning we can do it. Okay, so and then Django framework we can learn, and then Flask framework we can learn. Okay, and DevOps we can learn. Understands one? So like n number of courses we can do it, guys. So Python with data science we can go, guys. After learning Python, these all courses you can learn. Means if you want to learn these all courses, common one is what? Python is must be required. Python is must be required, guys. That's why nowadays these Python people are saying like it is a general purpose programming language. General purpose programming language. Okay, so here each course is joined by 100 people, assumption just so 100 people join the each courses. Okay, so like dot something you can take it. So here for example totally seven courses there, guys. 7 courses, 7 into 100, 700 people. Okay, so total number is what? 700 people. This 700 people must be learning what course? Python language course. Python language. After learning these all 700 people Python, then they are choosing different courses, further courses as their career. Okay, so here we are going to learn Django or Flask, guys, Python related. So especially Django we are going to be planning. Okay, so Flask also you can do it planning. That is all your ways. But compared to Flask, Django is having a more demanding. I will tell that one. Okay, so why not taking other things? Why you need to take these things only? Why Django and Flask only you need to take? Means compared to data science, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, these all things, so you need to spend more amount money to learn those courses, guys. Data science, artificial intelligence, if you want to learn, then 30,000-40,000 you need to spend to learn these all courses. And also more than 6 months time required, more than 6 months to 1 year time required to learn these all courses. So more cost you need to spend, more time you need to spend, then only your course is going to be completing, and then later you can crack the interviews. Okay, but if you are choosing Django as your career, Django framework, if you are choosing Django framework, if you want to learn, okay, then for learning this Django, then we are going to spend less amount of money. Okay, maximum 5,000, 5 or 6,000 we are spending, less amount of money we are spending, and also less time we are spending. Okay, so 2 months enough to learn this Django framework. 2 to 3 months learn enough. Got it? So Python with Django maximum 4 months course you can complete. But Python with data science, these all things, if you want to learn, more than 6 months required. That's why within the short time, within the less time, with less cost, if you want to crack the interview, then Python with Django is the best one. Got it? Yeah, so that's why you can immediately, if you want to get the job and you want to becoming like a web application developer, then you can learn this Django framework, guys. You can learn this Django framework. So using this Django, what we can do means web applications we are going to be developing, guys. Web applications we can develop like Amazon, Flipkart, Swiggy, Zomato, BookMyShow, like a number of kinds, a number of applications. Okay. Now these web applications we can develop by using the Flask, by using the Django also, guys. By using the Flask, by using the Django also we can develop. Okay. So if you are taking the Django framework to develop this application, to develop this web applications, if you want to take the Django, then Django, if you need to learn Django framework, guys. So using the Django, then we are having more projects in the organization. Okay, in the industries, so many companies are developing the applications using the Django. So 90% projects, 90% projects going on Django framework to developing the web applications. 90% projects going on the Django framework only. Okay, so if you are taking the Flask, guys, so 10% of projects only going on the Flask. 10% of the projects only going on the Flask framework. Okay, so this is one reason why people are learning Django framework more and more. Clear, guys? So if you are learning Django, so many companies are looking for Django developers. Less companies are looking for Flask developers. Once if you are understanding about the Django, you can learn the Flask easily, no problem. Okay. So next, one more benefit is so we have different databases. Django having ORM layer, guys. ORM structure is there. ORM query is there simply. Okay. So Django code converted into ORM format. Django, right now you don't know about the Django coding simply. So after writing some code Django related, Django code converted into ORM query format. Later, so I have here one database which name is MySQL, another database Oracle, another database MongoDB, like a number of databases I have. Okay, so this ORM query converted into different databases format automatically. Okay, na? So this one, so Django to ORM to particular database, whatever you want, that format. Okay, so here MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, like a number of databases. So using Django framework, usually we can communicate with different databases without writing the logics. Okay, database logics we are not writing. Django logics only we are writing. Django is converted into ORM. ORM is converted into your required database format. In your project, if you are using MySQL, then your Django code converted into MySQL format. If you are using Oracle, Django code converted into Oracle format. If you are using MongoDB, Django code converted into MongoDB format via ORM structure, because of ORM structure. Okay, so later what is ORM, these all things we will discuss clearly, guys. We will discuss. Now, if you are going to be communicate with different databases using the Flask, then separate SQL queries, database related SQL queries we need to write. Okay, so separate SQL queries you are going to write. So particular database related SQL queries we are writing as MySQL related, Oracle related, MongoDB related. Okay, so in the Flask SQL queries we are writing different SQL queries, not the same SQL query. Okay, so now this is MySQL related SQL query, and Oracle related SQL query. All are separate is there. Oracle related SQL queries, and then MongoDB related SQL queries. Okay, so now here we're going to get this is the process, guys. So Flask project you are developing, and then using the Flask you are developing the project, and MySQL you want to use, guys, database. Then Flask to MySQL separate SQL queries you are writing, and Oracle if you want to use a Flask to Oracle related separate SQL query you are writing. MongoDB, then Flask to MongoDB related separate SQL queries you are writing, then which is making some extra burden on the developers. Okay, in your Python only, guys, Python to database communication some people are doing. I hope you also done that one. Okay, so Python to MySQL, when you are trying to communicating, separate Python MySQL related separate module you are going to install, and Python with that MySQL you can communicate using that module. Oracle if you want to communicating, separate another module you are going to install, and Python to Oracle you are going to be communicating. Okay, and also we are writing a separate queries, guys. Separate queries we are writing. For example, you can see MySQL if you want to communicating as MySQL. Okay, so what query you are writing? Select star from table name. My table name is employee. This is your writing to get the all the records. Okay, if you want to write MongoDB related, okay, so you are going to write MongoDB related db dot collection name dot collection means table name, db dot collection name dot we have find method. Okay, so in the find method we are going to use this one. Got it? So this is MySQL related, guys, and this is MongoDB related. Both are getting all the records only. So we are going to write generally Django ORM query. So Django ORM query is nothing but your model name dot objects dot all method. Okay, so this is the Django ORM query. So this Django ORM query if you are writing, this query if you are using MongoDB, this format converting. If you are using MySQL, this format converting, like that. Whatever the database you are using, the database format you need to the database format this is converting, and we can do communicating. Okay, if you are using the Flask, guys, Flask, so this query separately you need to write for MySQL related. If you want to communicating Flask with MySQL, here you are going to write this separate query. Select star from table name. This query you are going to use. MongoDB if you are going to use here, MongoDB communication if you want to use, then this query you are going to write here. Okay, like that. Whatever the database we are using, the database format separately we need to develop. Okay, so that is making some extra burden on the developers. That's why this Django is getting more demanding. Okay, so Django to any database easily we can communicate in. We are going to focus on only ORM queries, not other database related queries. That is one point. And using the Django, 90% projects are going in the industries right now. That's why more vacancies are there, and more interview calls also you are getting to crack the interviews. Okay, and also Django if you are learning compared to other frameworks. Okay, so within the less time, with the less cost, you can learn this Django course. That's why people can choose this one. Okay, na? So this is why you need to choose this framework only. Again, some more advantages we can discuss, guys. Some more advantages compared to Java related frameworks. Why Django framework is getting more popularity. So we will discuss right now. Got it? So that's why Python, we can say it is a general purpose programming language nowadays. General purpose programming language. Okay. Next, here first of all, programming language we are discussing. In Python only you are getting what is program. Okay, so program is nothing but a setup. Program is nothing but a setup instructions, guys. Setup instructions. Setup instructions called program. Single word I'm giving. So today I will share the, whatever we are discussing in the class, guys. So soft copy material I will share clear material, not this one. This is just typing explanation purpose. Separate clear material is there. I will share that one, and also video sessions also you are getting, and regularly what projects we are doing here in our session live coding. That projects also I will share to you. Okay, and the end of the day one real-time projects also we are going to discuss. Project. Yeah. So setup instructions we are calling the program, and the setup programs we are calling setup programs we are calling software. Setup program we are calling software. Okay. So what is program means? The setup instructions are collection of statements or collection of instructions are called program. And what is software means? Setup programs or else a collection of programs are called software. So instructions means, guys, in Python instructions means every statement, every line is one instruction. Every line is one instruction. So a equal to 10 means 10 values stored into a variable. That is one instruction. B equal to 20. 20 values stored into B variable. That is also one instruction. C equal to A plus B. A plus B means A and B value add. That result we can store into C variable. First adding these two values and then store result into C. That is one instruction. Okay. Next we are going to be print. Okay. So this value what is available in the C variable, that is we are going to be print on the console. This is also one instruction. So Python is understanding like okay, 10 value I need to store into A, 20 need to store into B, A plus B I need to add both values and I need to store into C, and then I need to print, like that Python understanding. Okay na? So this is one program, guys. This is one program. Like you can take it add.py, addition.py. Okay. So if we are executing this program, finally two values result we are getting, addition of two value result we are getting. Okay. So same like one more program. So you can take it here just like A equal to 20 I'm taking. So B equal to 10 I'm taking. C equal to, okay. So A minus B, and then print C. Here what is doing? Subtraction is going, guys. Sub.py I'm taking. Okay. So then multiplication.py, division.py. Okay. Like n number of .py files we can take it. N number of .py files. Okay now. So these all things, addition.py, subtraction.py, multiplication.py, subtraction.py, like a combination of .py files we are writing. So software, what is software means? Setup programs. So this is one program, guys. Program 1. This is another program. Program 2, program 3, like this. Setup programs we are calling the software. These all things are nothing but like a calculator. You can take it. Calculator software. Calculator software. Okay na? Calculator software. This is process, guys. Okay. So using softwares we are getting a lot of benefits. For example, calculator software, if you are taking as calculator software, nowadays all people are using the smart mobiles. So using these calculators easily we can calculating the different big values also. So in if you want to do some multiplication, between these two numbers, directly you can say this is the 12 result. But if you want to give multiplication of this number into multiplication of this number, can you are you able to give immediately answer? No. Okay, so in olden days people are taking pen and paper and they need to write the calculation, they need to develop, then more lines of coding we need to write here. Okay, so more lines of coding required guys here to developing this all code. But by using these calculators, any number you can give within the seconds, you are going to get the result. Means softwares are reducing the human being works. Okay, human being burden reducing. Because of the softwares, as a human being, we are going to reduce a lot of burden. Okay, and we are feeling comfortable to do particular work. We are feeling very comfortable because of the softwares. Okay, na? So that is the software importance, and we need to developing these softwares by using any one programming language and that language related framework. So that's why we choose it here. Python is a programming language and Python related Django is a framework. Clear, sir? You can take ATM software, bank related ATM software also you can take it. So olden days guys, if you want to withdraw money, so you need to go your nearby town, local town, and there you need to go bank, and there you are going to fill up one form, withdraw form, how much amount you want to withdraw, like that, and then you are standing in a queue, and then when your turn, okay, when your turn come, then you are giving your form and you are asking about your withdraw amount, then the person is going to give money. Okay, so this all process is taking some process, guys, some time. This all process is taking some time, but nowadays all people are using the ATMs. Directly we are going to the ATM center and we are putting our ATM card and we are withdraw the money whatever you want. Okay, so because of the ATM centers we are getting the lot of time saving, and we are not getting the more problems. Okay, so you are going a bank means you need to travel some journey and you need to stand there, like a lot of time wasting. Okay, some struggling is there. After ATM centers came, then directly we are entering into ATM center, immediately we are withdrawing the money. Okay, means so ATM center is nothing but ATMs also is nothing but a software. So because of the softwares, as a human being we are reducing the lot of work. Okay, simply softwares are reducing the human being things more comfortable. Okay, so softwares, because of softwares human being things are going comfortable way. Daily activities are going very easily because of the softwares. Clear, guys, these all things? So just knowledge purpose, what is a software, what is a program, like these all things we are learning. Okay, so to developing the softwares, guys, we need to use any one framework. We need to use any one language and that language related framework. That's why I'm using the Python, and Python related framework is Django. Clear, Ishwan? So I told why Django only, why not Flask, means some differences I told, remember that one. Later I will share the material, and end of the day we will discuss about the Flask also, like that. Okay, yeah. So why you are choosing the Django only? I mean, why I need to learn this Python and Python related Django only? Why not other languages and other language related frameworks? For example, why not Java and Java related framework, Spring? Okay, so one small difference we need to learn, guys. In Python only you are getting actual these all points. Okay, na? So what you are going to do means here, see, Python. So using this Python, I want to print hello message, guys. Then how do you print? By using the print method. So I'm going to write the hello. This is the message, guys. Print hello. So if you knows about the print method, what is the use of print method, then directly you can print the data. What is the use of print method? If you know, then you can print the message, guys. Hello message you can print. Okay, na? Yeah. So same message using the Java I want to print, guys, using the Java. Then see, you are going to write one class, class name, whatever you want, message, class message. Okay, so here you are going to take curly brace structure, class name, and then public, public static, void main, again this is a method in the main. So we are going to write string, args, list of arguments, again curly brace you are going to take it. Okay, so now here capital S, system is a class, out is a object, and println is a method. Okay, so in this method you are going to write hello, and then end of the line semicolon also is required, guys. So when you are writing these all lines, then only you are going to print the hello message. So in Python, if you knows about the print method definition, then easily you can print the message. But in Java, so class is having meaning, guys, message having meaning, public is having meaning. Here public, private, protected, default, like a number of types we can write here. Okay, so if I'm writing public, what happened? If I'm writing private, what happened? Protected, what happened? We need to learn first of all these all definitions, not only public. Here totally 4 values can write. So when we are writing each value, we need to discuss. Again here multiple values we can write. Okay, static, and here also multiple types there, and this is a method, and it is also having meaning. Okay, and the system is one class. What is doing that class? You need to learn first. And out is one object, and println is one method, and what is the column behavior. Okay, so if you learn all these things, you are able to print this hello message. Okay, as a developer we need to concentrate on these all definitions, guys, these all information, then we are able to print the hello message. But if you are a Python developer, just you are going to focus on different method, then easily we can print the message. Clear this one? That's why this Python is getting more popular nowadays compared to other languages. So using the Python, we are going to write less lines of code. See, single line you are writing hello message, but here multiple lines you are creating. So these are lines you are creating, guys. Here multiple lines you are creating to print the hello message. Understand one? So compared to Python, if you are using the other languages, so we need to write more lines of code. Because of more lines of code, more time is taking to developing, guys. Because of the more lines of code, more time is taking. Why means? So top to bottom we need to write line by line. Okay. So more lines of code taking the more time. And also whenever going to execute these all lines of code, line by line is going to be executed, guys, from top to bottom, then obviously taking some extra time. Okay, right? So instead of Python, if you are using the other languages, more lines of code is required and more time is required to executing. Okay, na? More time is required to executing, and complexity is increasing. Because of more lines, so we need to understanding all the statements. Okay, so complexity is increasing, readability is decreasing, cost of the project increasing. Why means more lines you are writing, more time is taking to execute, and more time taking to development. So obviously cost of the project increasing. Okay, and more time is taking to execute. That's why performance is going to be reduced. Like a number of problems are there compared to Python. That's why nowadays this Python is getting more demanding. Got it? Yeah. So if you want to develop in the web applications, guys, real-time applications, we need to use any one language and language related frameworks. So using the Java and Java related frameworks like Spring, if you are using more lines of code, you need to develop. That's why instead of Java related framework, Python related framework Django, Python and Python related framework Django we can use. we can use. Okay, then within the less time, with the less cost, we can developing the application. So less lines you are writing means obviously within the less time executing. Within the less time executing means obviously performance increasing, duration of the project also readability is increasing, complexity is decreasing. Like n number of benefits are there using the Django related framework if you are going to developing the applications. Clear guys? Why you are learning this Python only? Why not Java? Means this is the reason, one of the reason, best reason. Okay. So at the time of learning Python only, you are getting Python is providing the dynamic memory allocation. Python is providing the dynamic memory allocation. Java is providing the static memory allocation. Okay. So using the Python, you are going to developing the applications using the Django. Django is purely developed using the Python. Okay. In Python, variables how you are writing, functions how you are creating, what is another classes how we are creating, objects how we are creating, same knowledge we are going to use inside our Django also. Okay, so that's why this Python I mean using the Python, Django is developing, Django is getting more demanding. Okay na, to developing the real-time applications. So you can say variable in Python how we are creating, a equal to 10, a equal to 10, you are going to be right, a equal to 10. Okay, so same variable in Java how we are writing data type also we need to write a equal to 10 into a equal to 10. So into a means inside this variable what type of value you need to give, you need to store before only you are representing. So into a equal to, if I'm taking like a float value guys, if I'm taking like float value, okay, then your variable not accepted this float value. I mean in this variable only integer type required, but you are giving float value, that is a static type. Okay, before adding the value, only we are going to intimating, we are giving instruction what kind of value is required in the a variable. But here dynamic memory allocation guys, a equal to 10 means integer value, a equal to 10.5 means float value. Like that Python can understand it and creating the memory. Okay, so same like if you are using the Django is purely developed with Python. That's why in Django also we are not providing the static memory allocation, dynamic memory allocation. We are going to give. Got it? So like not only these things, guys, so many benefits are there. That's why the Django framework is getting high demanding. Remember this point. Okay, na? So if you are going to developing any application, guys, if you are going to developing any application, real-time application, so front end required, and then what, back end required, and next database required. Okay, so this is what presentation related, presentation code, front end code, business code, back end code, database code, okay, presentation code, business code, database code, these all things you are going to write, guys. Yeah, so presentation means front end what we are seeing for every application related. For example, if you are taking guys Amazon application, okay, so www.amazon.com, whenever we are typing, then some presentation you are getting Amazon site related. These all things we are calling presentation related. Okay, and whenever you are choosing particular item or something is happened, okay, actions are going, there is nothing but business logic. So you want to buy 2 items, so you are selecting those items, that items information is database, that is all because, okay, and the database is storing the our application related data permanently, long time for our future reference. For example, at the time of going to give order, for example, I am giving one mobile order, okay, so mobile information storing in the database, and where to deliver this mobile, that destination also, the destination also is going to store destination location. Okay, so destination address storing in the database. Later delivery boys, based on this address, they are going to deliver the item. They are going to deliver the item. Okay, na? So like a presentation code, business code, and database code must be required, guys. So if you want to developing the presentation code, UI technology is required, like HTML, okay, CSS, like so and so, dot dot dot. Okay, if you want to developing the business code, any one language, okay. So Python is required, and language related framework Django is required. Okay, and to developing the database related code, any one database like MySQL, Oracle, like so many are there. Okay, so one database we are going to discuss in our sessions. About the MySQL we will discuss clearly, and then MongoDB also we will discuss, guys. MySQL and MongoDB, MySQL and MongoDB. Okay, na? MongoDB also nowadays getting more popularity. That's why we will discuss about these two things. Okay, yeah. Now, so users from the browser, they are interacted with the presentation, guys. Okay, so now my presentation code is interacted with the business code. Now my business code is interacted with database. So for example, Facebook registration you can take, guys. So from the browser www.facebook.com you are entering, then Facebook registration page coming up in this presentation. Okay, so now you are going to give your first name, last name, username, email, date of birth, like all things, and you are going to submit. Whenever you are submitting, the submittable data is going to in this business code logic sub. Okay, so using your Python and Django, using your Django knowledge, we are going to access user enter data using the HTML. Okay, so inside view we are taking the data, and from this business code, we are sending to database to store permanently. Okay, so your registration data is storing inside our database as our registration, all Facebook register users available here. Later you are going to do login, then coming again a presentation to business to database. Here already particular user is registered or not, we are checking. If you are registered, then you are going to be login, otherwise you are unable to log in. Okay, like this all logics we are writing. Slowly coming days we are going to developing this presentation related, business code related, database related, all together we can develop, guys. So after saving into database, one confirmation message we need to get back, guys. Okay, so here our presentation displaying some message, that message can see by users. Okay, na? So here general user there, the people who are going to use our application. Okay, so these users can use our application. So here who is working on this front end, guys? Who is working on this front end? We are calling front end developer, and who is working on here? Then we are calling back end developer, and who is working on here? We are calling DB developer. Okay, so we don't know, after joining into organization, maybe we are working here only in this piece only, or some people are working only in this piece, some people are working only in this piece. Okay, so if the person who knows all three variations, front end, back end, and database related, that person we are calling the full stack developer. Okay, full stack developer. Okay, na? So full stack developer means the person can do front end related logics, business related logics, and database related logics. So as a full stack developer, you are going to get more demanding guys. Okay, so front end developer is responsible to developing the presentation logics of our application, and that person must be responsible to know about okay, I mean, that person must be responsible to designing our application related presentation code, and that person, okay, minimum required to know HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, like a number of UI courses. Okay, so backend developer means the person who is responsible to write the business logics of our code, business logics of our code. Okay, our application related business logic, guys. You want to register, or you want to log in, or you want to filter all the records, or you want to get all records, you want to delete, like these all things business logics. Okay, so to developing this business logics, we require to know at least one language and that language related framework. Okay, na? And to store our application related data into database in the future purpose, at least we require to know one database like MySQL. Okay, so in our sessions, guys, in our sessions we are going to learn about these all things. Front end, we are going to discuss HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these all things. Business code, we are going to discuss with Django. Already you completed, already you know about the Python. That's why we are going to discuss about the Django. Okay, so if you are not completing the Python also, no problem, I'll take care in the Django. Minimum knowledge required, Python related. Okay, so later database, MySQL related. Our Django to MySQL, how we are communicating, how we are creating databases, how we are creating the tables, how we are reducing the, deleting the tables, how creating data, deleting data, updating data, like CRUD operations. Okay, so minimum knowledge, guys, what required for interacted with our Django application. These all things I will take care about the MySQL. Okay, na? So slowly we will discuss these all things at the end of the sessions. I mean, after completing some programs, so front end with the back end with the database all together, we are going to developing in every day in our class only, like multiple applications we can develop, guys. Okay, yeah. So I will stop now here recording. Okay, for this day. And guys, tomorrow Django history. Who developed, where developed, who is the author of this Django, where developed, why developed, and by using this Django, what you are getting benefits from. Okay, and what versions they released, presently what version, their latest version. These all things history about the Django we will discuss, guys. And later features about the Django. Django is providing multiple features, so many are there. So these all features also we will discuss in the next session. Okay, na? So once history and features completing, next onwards installation and directly development we are going to discuss. Okay, so tomorrow session about the Django history and the features and Django installation also we can do it, guys. Okay, thank you. So if you want to learn these all points tomorrow also, don't miss it our class. Okay, na? Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. And I'll stop now recording. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Okay, thank you. Abhishek, do you have any queries? Abhishek? Abhishek, do you have queries?
No, sir, I don't have any queries.
Yeah. So
Hello?
here, yeah, tell me.
Sir, REST API you will teach or not in this Django course, sir?
In Django, we are not teaching. I'm not teaching, guys. REST API separate course is there. Okay. So myself only starting so many REST API batches I'm starting. So next week I'm planning that one. And this week this Django I'm planning. Next week I'm planning another one. Okay, na?
Okay, sir. How much day it will take to complete the Django course, sir?
Yeah. So 45 sessions, working sessions, 45 sessions required, guys, must be. Okay. So based on your practice, your understanding, okay, these all things. So 1 week maybe extending. So maximum within the 2 months we can complete it. I mean, I'm teaching here one real time. I'm teaching here one real time project also. That's why that is only taking more than 10 days. That's why days extending. Only concept related 45 sessions required. 1 hour session.
Okay, sir. Python I have learned it, sir, but Django only I don't know.
After learning Python, Django is required, guys. Python with Django, we can crack the interviews. Okay. So if you are
Sir,
putting experience kind of things, REST API also must be required.
okay, sir. HTML and CSS, you'll teach the basic, I think.
Yeah. Here, I mean, here our main target is Django related, Django backend coding. Okay. So while developing our
Okay.
Django coding, front end what we require, that is only we can develop. While developing that one, all the basic terms, all the things, how writing, these all things I will take care. So a separate UI course, separate UI related more clearly if you want to learn, then separate UI batches going, guys. You can plan there.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
na? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So
Thank you,
right
sir.
now in the 9M batch also one batch is there Django. So there also 6 or 7 people there. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
So that is just last Monday only started. This Monday your batch started, and there also 2 classes not taken. Okay, na? So only right now
Yes, sir.
not completing single program also in that batching. Okay, just the theoretical points
Okay.
completed. This history, features, these all things, and installation of the Django up to here completed. So if you are
Yes, sir.
interested, I will add into that batch you also, and up to what completing up to today. I mean up to last Friday, up to last Friday, what completing those all things I will take care in this session. Okay. Once completing that
Okay.
one, from there onwards you can continue with that 9 a.m. batch. That is all your wish, sir. Time
Okay,
okay
sir.
with that one. There are already 6 people there, so easily you can interact out of all the people. So easily we can discuss. Okay,
Okay,
na?
sir. Okay,
That is
sir.
your wish. This time only
Thank
possible to me like that. If you are thinking, I'll take it that one, or else just last Monday only I started. Only 4 classes I taken, and that is all basic completed, not started development related. Okay, na? So
Okay, sir.
if you want to continue with that batch, okay, tomorrow, okay, tomorrow also I'll take care your 8 a.m. batch only. So after that 9 a.m. also, if you want to, I mean, continue like that, you can contact with online team. Then they will give you link. So you can parallelly 8 a.m. session, 9 a.m. session you can learn. After 3-4 days, 8 a.m. session going to stop. That is your wish.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
na?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
giving the
Thank you.
precious help, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.